can also make use of their services, which they will greet you at the gate, all right, bring you right up through their own transportation. You'll go immigration and customs clearance with them. Okay, they will do everything for you. But mind you, the fees you're gonna pay sometimes cost you more than your flight ticket. All right, so I'm not sure what airlines are you traveling by and how far away you will from Singapore. So services don't come on cheap. Yeah, we have everything to facilitate travelers. All right, because last year, do you know how many people passed through Changi Airport? Want to make a guess? All right, Singapore's population, all in all, is very close to 5.7 million. So if everybody goes out of Singapore, the data is only 5.7 or times 2. Okay, but what figure are you looking at? All right, last year Changi Airport handles the 4 terminals, all right, or rather 4.5. Altogether over 62.2 million passed through Changi. All right, the 60 million was achieved towards the 20th of December last year. So we're such a small country, but a very, very busy airport. All right, Changi Airport. That's why there's a lot of things to do. All right, okay, when you come back after this tour. For example, if you want to visit the Butterfly Gardens, it's available at Terminal 3. Terminal 3. And for those of you who like cactus, all right, the one you find in all the deserts, there's a cactus garden in Terminal 1. All right. And next year, 2019, the first quarter, all right, there's something new at Changi Airport. If you saw some posters or some videos about the new attraction. Anybody? No. Okay. We will open Changi Jewel or Jewel at Changi by the first quarter of 2019. So what is all that? It's basically a huge shopping mall. A huge shopping mall which links up Terminal 1, 2, and 3. All right, 5 levels above the ground and 5 levels underground. And right in the heart of the Changi Jewel is basically a man-made waterfall. All right, so that will give you all the oxygen, they say, fresh air. All right, because once you have oxygen, the ion level is very, very high, very, very fresh. Okay, but also at this moment, all right, if you cannot breathe very well in Changi Airport, all right, then you cannot go to any of the shopping malls in Singapore. Reason is because the air quality in Changi Airport is the best indoor in all the buildings in Singapore. All right, they actually have taken a survey, all right, on all the air quality indoors in Singapore, and they found that Changi is in fact the best indoor air, right? So that's one of the. So I also gathered that the new, all right, you just say goodbye to your aircraft, okay? Yeah. Okay. I only see 2 smiling faces, okay? Okay. I don't know what happened this morning, all right? Yeah, you all look very gloomy, all right? Try to be more open, you know, yeah, because you still got a flight to catch today. All of you are catching a flight, so spend your useful time in Singapore. All right, we would like to share with all of you so that you will enjoy the Singapore tour. All right, because for the next 2 hours, you will be in Singapore and outside of the airport. All right, so that's the reason I want to talk something about Changi Airport. Besides, Changi Airport already has won so many medals, so many awards, all right, for their achievements. Changi Airport was officially opened the doors on the 1st of July 1981 with only one terminal. All right, so now we have 4 and we do over 62 million. Okay, so what's next after the Changi Jewel? You already on the drawing board is Terminal 5, and the first phase of Terminal 5 is going to handle 50 million people. 50 million. That means it's another Changi Airport in the making. All right. So when will we open that terminal? All right. We are actually looking towards the year 2030. Why? Why do we say we are only looking at the year 2030? Because we do not know from now 2018 to 2030, which is not that far away. We're not sure about the travel patterns of the world. Because should there be another SARS, you know SARS, S-A-R-S, all right, then it will be very disastrous, right? Reason is because during the SARS period, all right, there is more workers at Changi Airport than travelers. Okay, so you can see how bad it affects travel patterns. Okay, you know the word SARS, right? It simply means Singaporeans are really scared. Okay, yeah, because we are totally, I would say, the airport is so quiet. Yeah, so that's why people are not traveling. So that's why we are very scared. Okay, so we'll hope that things like that will not happen again. All right, yeah. So yeah, so we are hoping. So we are targeted at 2030 because we are one of the most busy airport in the world. One of that many. Are they coming? Reason is because Malaysia is being attacked, Indonesia already being attacked, and they are trying to come into Singapore. All right, but at this moment, touch wood, we are still happy. So that's why the June 12th summit, all right, the two leaders chose Singapore. All right, yeah. You know the June 12th summit?
Yes.
All right. All right, the very two important people. All right, one guy changes his mind. All right, very frequently. Another guy is very young. He has no mind. Obviously, yeah, he changed his mind. Today he wake up, he says something. Tomorrow he wake up, he says another story. Then the day after is another story. So, all right, let's forget about him. Okay, because. He's a little bit, you know, yeah. Okay, look at the very beautiful bus behind it. Behind it are actually the seafood center. We have the East Coast Seafood Center, all right, which is very famous for chili crabs. Yeah, if you have time, why not? Otherwise, we also in the East Coast over here, the one and only. You can actually do some of the birds, and we actually found the traveling pattern that at around the February, March time, they will fly back to the north, and again they stop by in Singapore. Our largest wetland is called the Sungai Buloh. All right, so if you have time on your next trip, if you want to see the wetlands and also the migrating birds, the place is called Sungai Buloh. Sungai Buloh. Yeah. So we are not just urban, but we have lots of the nature also in stock for you. All right. So we already left the airport and we are now on the East Coast Parkway. This is an expressway, and when I was young, probably back in the 60s, this was the water, the sea. All right. The coast used to be on our right side, and then the sea was now pushed right out to the other side. All right, this was reclaimed back in the early 70s. Okay, and over here you see lots and lots of housing. Okay, yeah, these are all private housing, and after the private housing, you'll be looking at public housing. All right. And you know our first Prime Minister, his name is called Lee Kuan Yew. Lee Kuan Yew He is born in Singapore, but he's educated at Cambridge after the war, after the Second World War, and he's the first Prime Minister. And basically, we got our independence, all right? He brought us independence from 1965 until now. So this country is only about 53 years old. And one of his greatest achievements, all right, because he wants historians to view him, all right? Yeah, whether he did more good things or bad things for this country. Because first generation leaders, there's always a lot of controversy, okay? So one of the greatest achievements he has done is that 85% of the population of Singapore had 3.6 million people, Singaporeans. 85% lives in public housing. That means once you buy them, you use it for 99 years. All right. And out of that 85%, 92% owns our own housing. I live in public housing. So I buy them and I can use it for 2 generations, 99 years. All right. Yeah. So my grandchildren have to look for their own accommodation. Yeah, the government only gives you 99 years, and after that you got to give it back. Okay, 92% owns their own house. What happened to the 8%? They can rent one from the housing authority. All right. What is the rental like? Okay. Anybody want to make a guess? It's only 26 Singapore dollars per unit per month. 250 to 300 square feet. Toilet facilities inside the house. 26 or $20 US per month. Is that real cheap? Yeah, I think it's very, very cheap. All right. You can never find this accommodation around the world or even in Southeast Asia. Not in Vietnam, not in Cambodia or even Laos. All right. Okay, we are now moving very closely into the city. All right. So you already seen some of our public housing. All right, and we're going to show you the Marina Bay area. The Marina Bay area, because it will be actually the attraction, because we just have our full dress rehearsal last Saturday in preparation for our National Day celebration, which is on August the 9th. So all the Saturdays in July, all right, will have the rehearsal, all right, with all the Air Force, the Navy, and the Land Forces is all out at the Marina Bay on all the Saturday afternoons. And at the grand finale, they will burst out their fireworks. So I was here last Saturday with another group, and it was very, very colorful. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, may I present to you the very beautiful Marina Bay of Singapore. So on your left-hand side, you'll be able to see the very tall buildings over there. All right, and this is the Marina Bay Gardens. On the other side, you see the 2 conservatories. All right, and behind the 2 conservatories are the 18 super trees, man-made trees, but with all the flowers and plants outside, and each tree has a different use in the gardens by the bay. All right, and right below here is the F1 pit. We call it the F1 building, and this is the F1 race we have had for the last 10 years. All right, the F1 car race in Singapore. Okay, during the summit, the June 12th summit, this was the media center where almost 3,000 media people from all over the world gathered here. All right, the convention is at Sentosa at the Temala Hotel, but the media center, the live broadcast, is all from here, all right, into here. Okay, so on your left-hand side, you'll be able to see Suntec City. Suntec City is built by the 11 billionaires of Hong Kong, including the richest man, Li Ka-shing, all right, and they actually designed the whole Suntec City like the left hand. If you raise your left hand, you're able to see your 5 fingers represented by the 4 tall buildings and 1 short building. And right in the heart where your palm is, that's the largest fountain in the world that you're looking at, the fountain of wealth. So can you see on your right hand side in front of you, this is called the fountain of wealth. You'll be able to see tower 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's tower 5 on my right, and that's the short one that represents the top. So when the water comes falling down later on, you'll be able to see the water always flows in. It does not flow out, because to the Chinese, they believe that water is wealth, and they make sure the water do not flow out to other people's land. So the saying goes like 北水不流外人田. That means they do not allow the wealth to get out of Suntec City. So the water or the wealth always flows in. Alright? And right ahead of you, you're looking at that MBS, the Marina Bay Sands. Alright, these are the hotel towers, Tower 1, 2, and 3. And right at the top of the MBS is the world famous infinity pool. It's basically a swimming pool with a very panoramic view of not only the city, but also the water. So where the horizon, that means the sky meets the horizon, and you'll be able to see that right on top, okay, of MBS. Alright, the tower is 57-story high. And on the left hand side, this is the Singapore Flyer. The Singapore Flyer has 28 of those capsules, and they can take in 28 people. Alright, this is the second tallest wheel in the world, and it's taller than the London Eye. The London Eye is 135 meters. This is 165 meters. Alright, it's called the Singapore Flyer. The Singapore Flyer. Alright, and right next to it is the F1 building. Alright, or the F1 pit, where the F1 cars were raced on the city track that you are actually going on later on. Okay, it's basically a city circuit. Okay, of course, they will fence up the whole area, and you can see they already put up the what do you call it, the standees for the lights, because this is the first night race on the F1. Alright, so you will be broadcast live throughout the whole world. Yeah, so you can, is that correct? Oh no, it's called Youth Olympic Games. It's called YOG. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on your left is the YOG Park to commemorate the first Youth Olympic Games we held in August 2010. Alright, subsequently it was held in China. Which part of China? In Nanjing in China. Alright, and this year is the Youth Olympic Games again in South America. On the left hand side, this is the venue of the National Day celebration. So you see all this area is all fenced up, waiting for the August the 9th, alright, which is our National Day. So ladies and gentlemen, we will be passing by a 600 million investment by the Singapore government. It's called the Esplanade Theatres on the Bay. Now we will be making a stop in front. Alright, I will tell you the time to come back. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please bear in mind, we have a full bus, or almost full bus this morning. Alright, we cannot wait for you, okay, because everybody in this bus is catching a flight. Alright, so when I tell you the timing, you have to come back before the time. Otherwise, there's another mode of transportation called the taxis. Alright, so yes, please come back on time, alright, because we cannot wait forever. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, on your right, the second oldest church in Singapore is called the St. Andrew's Cathedral, second oldest church, and next to it is the City Hall, and next to the City Hall is the old Supreme Court building, and the UFO that you're looking at is called the New Supreme Court building. All right. So I will be bringing you to the Merlion Park, where you see the lion head and the fish tail. All right. The lion head symbolizes Singapore as the lion city, and the fish tail Singapore association with maritime. Now we're going to spend about 30 minutes here. All right. The time now is almost 10:30.